Another fighter at the peak of his potential saw his world championship slip away in 1986. Donald Curry, they call him the Cobra, and he was the undisputed welterweight king. Then in September against London's Lloyd Honeyghan, an early cut that required 20 stitches cost Curry his crown in boxing's upset of the year. In 1986, the undisputed middleweight champion Marvelous Marvin Hagler stopped John Mugabe and then wondered about the future.
As far as Leonard and Hearns is concerned, I'm not thinking about them at the moment right now. What I am really feeling and thinking right now is that I am seriously thinking about, again, retiring from the boxing game.
Retirement was an idea planted by Sugar Ray Leonard.
A fight with this great man, this great champion, could be one of the greatest fights in the history of boxing. Talking about money, you talk about Fort Knox. And this is the only man who can make that possible. Marvelous Marvin Hagler. But unfortunately, it'll never happen. Thank you, and God bless you all. Thank you.
But Leonard came out of retirement to beat Kevin Howard, and now he's decided his career will not be complete without taking on Hagler.
This is not a career for me. This is one fight. This is a dream that has become a reality.
And I feel very confident that I will win. I realize that if this is my last fight, you make sure it's your best fight. So I'm coming out smoking.
Manage. To handle or direct with skill. Rockwell International Management stimulates the work of its 120,000 employees, 1 in 6 a scientist or engineer. Their elegant solutions to customer needs make Rockwell a world leader. Rockwell International. Managing high technology for global markets.
Jellyfish swims faster than that.
Not with a clogged nose like this.
Oh, try this. Sidex, I need help now. You got it. Hit this when you feel it. 1 second.
With Sinex Vapors, you feel better in 1 second. Plus, its strong decongestant keeps you breathing free for hours.
And you're gonna need it for hours. Whoa!
Sinex, regular or long-lasting. Feeling better is a second away. From Vicks, of course.
Oh, it's beautiful. Did Daddy see it? Mr. Macho cried.
Hey, I always cry when I'm hungry.
What goes great with happiness? Something sitting on a Ritz. Everything will taste better. Tastes better when it's sitting on a Ritz.
Ritz makes food taste great.
When it's sitting on a Ritz.
Try low salt Ritz too. Great Ritz taste with less salt.
Nabisco.
In 1986, an American made his mark in Paris. Greg LeMond became the first American winner of the world's most famous bike race, the Tour de France. We've already seen several examples of how events in 1986 were intriguingly linked to events of a previous athletic generation. But there were also performers in 1986 for whom there was no historic precedent. Among them, Debbie Thomas, who became the first black world champion in the history of figure skating. Ann Butler has a look at that story and other headlines from around the world of amateur sport.
1986 was the midway point between Olympiads. And as amateur athletes around the world began to focus on Calgary and Seoul, this was a year in which we saw virtuoso performances by established Olympians, as well as dazzling surprises from stars of the future.
One of the most brilliant stars of the future is Debbie Thomas, a 19-year-old pre-med student at Stanford University, following in the tradition of Peggy Fleming, Dorothy Hamill, and Rosalind Sumners. Thomas was the challenger in East Germany's Katharina Witt, the defending world champion and 1984 Olympic gold medalist.
Last year's Worlds, I didn't skate that great. I mean, I placed high I had the 4th place freestyle, but I didn't really skate my best. And that's what always happens when people compete against Katarina. They go out and they mess up.
Triple Sacco! And it was a big one! Oh! Beautiful performance!
And so, a gold medal for Debbie Thomas, who took the lead in the compulsories and then held on to win. Another American, Tiffany Chin, took the bronze.
Next jump, the most difficult.
And for the men, another surprise. Brian Boitano, also of Sunnyvale, California, struck gold too.
He is on!
At Nationals, I was hoping to be here in top shape, not even wondering if I was going to win or not with my ankle. But I just went out there and tried to be a warrior, and it came through for me.
In the pairs, the sensational Soviet teenagers Sergei Grinkov and 14-year-old Ekaterina Gordeeva stirred memories of the legendary Soviet pair Rodnina and Zaitsev. And the Soviets also captured the ice dancing, as the dramatic duo of Bestia Manova and Bukin thrilled the crowd with a stirring display of passion on ice. In skiing, Switzerland's Maria Walliser won the Women's World Cup title, while Mark Girardelli of Luxembourg won the men's overall title on points without winning a single race. America's own Bill Johnson, the Olympic gold medalist, had a disappointing year. This month, the Maverick downhiller ignored his coach, took the most treacherous practice route, and tore up his knee.
I'm the only one responsible for how things happen. I'm experienced enough to know what I can do, where to go, and I rarely listen to the coaches.
This fall, Mary Lou Retton retired from active competition in gymnastics, but just in time, the Americans have found someone who has the same skills and the smile to be a winner.
The newest cover girl is Christy Phillips. She's 14 years old from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And already she's the inventive author of a new move, naturally, called the Phillips. Christy captured first place in the prestigious American Cup Gymnastics Championship. She'll be America's hopeful in the 1988 Olympics. Like Nadia and Mary Lou, Christy is also coached by Bella Caroli. This was one of the few bright spots for the United States at the World Swimming and Diving Championships.
Biondi's race. Biondi reaching for the gold. He has it for the first time in the World Championships. So something for the American team to cheer about. As Biondi wins the gold, he acknowledges his teammates.
Where the American women were thoroughly dominated by the powerful East Germans.
Endurance right here. It looks like Nord, as they come to the finish, it was Nord just in front of Michelle Griglione. And once again, the United States is just barely denied of the gold medal and will have to settle for the silver.
But there was nothing but gold at Madrid for Greg Louganis of the United States. Louganis, the Olympic gold medalist, dominated the platform and springboard competition as he has for the past 10 years. And for the first time in a decade, East met West in a multi-sport competition. It was Moscow's Goodwill Games and a perfect showcase for one of the Soviet Union's premier athletes, Sergei Bubka, who set a new world record with a pole vault of 19 feet, 8.5 inches. Edwin Moses continued to dominate in the 400-meter hurdles as he extended his winning streak to 119. And 1986 was the year of the mothers' comebacks. Mary Slaney and Evelyn Ashford both returned to active competition following their maternity leaves from the sport.
For next year, I expect to win the World Championships. In '88, I expect to make the team. I expect to be in top form and get a gold medal. I expect these things out of myself. But I'm not going to pull my hair out and go crazy if I don't get all these goals.
Right now, when you buy a special option package, you can get $1,793 in equipment on this Ford Ranger for only $482. That's a big savings of $1,300. Save on deluxe two-tone paint, chrome bumpers, rear step bumper, sliding rear window, low-mount swing-away mirrors, power steering, AM/FM stereo cassette, deluxe interior, and more. Now, get this Ford Ranger with 15 popular options and save $1,300. It's built fun tough.
The idea came from Australia, a burly land with a big thirst. It's a cool way to kill the midday heat. Lighter alcohol beer refreshes, like a crisp breeze from the outback. And it's brewed in America, LA beer from Anheuser-Busch, the cool way to kill a hot thirst.
Morning, Miss Stevens.
Good morning.
Mr. Lewis.
After you buy IBM equipment for your business, we don't stop trying to make it even better. And if we make an engineering change, as part of our maintenance agreement, an IBM service representative will stop by and make the change.
You ask him. Good as new? Better than new.
Our service representatives don't just keep your machines running. They make your machines run better.
He said it was better than new.
Think he can fix a 53 Studebaker?
IBM.
Your mission, Paul, is to get these pictures developed, but you must remember to ask for color watch.
Color watch, color watch, color watch. Color watch. Color watch, color watch, color watch, color watch, color watch.
For great film developing, make sure your dealer uses